Today we're shooting Nerf guns, washing feet, and washing dogs. Let's get started.
My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. In the beginning, God made everything. God simply spoke and the world came to be. He sent a flood and made everything new. He parted the sea and let his people walk through. He helped a boy bring a giant right down. Joshua marched, the walls fell to the ground. These acts of power are worthy of praise. But if you want to question my God and his ways, I'll look you in the eye and say, my God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. Though we are sinners, he still gave us worth. God sent his son to live here on the earth. He healed the sick, he made blind men see. He let the lame walk and he set the world free. He died on a cross and he rose from the grave. He conquered sin, he is mighty to save. He went to heaven and he's coming back. God's word is true, but if it's attacked, I'll look you in the eye and say, my God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. God the Spirit, God the Father, God the Son. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 1. God the Spirit, God the Father, God the Son. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 1. I want the world to know about my God. I wanna live so the whole world can see that my heart has changed, I'm forgiven and new. If people need proof, may they see it in me. Let's look the world in the eye. Let's look them in the eye and say, my God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. I'm not afraid because God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do.
Thanks so much for joining us today. We are so glad you are with us wherever you're at. And if you've never been with us before, we cannot wait to meet you on a Sunday when we are all back together and hanging out and having some fun, ready to roll. And this is the chunk of the Bible we will be going through today, John 13, verses 1 through 17, to help us know right, think right, do right, and feel right. Our know right is Jesus washing his disciples' feet. We're going to look at that and see how in the world that has anything to do with us. Our think right is 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my dear brothers, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. Do right. This is going to help us be a humble servant, and not just be a humble servant through the week, but that we can feel right. We can feel joy when we serve others, not just serving other people, but that we get gifts out of it and we get joy from doing it. How great is that? That it's not just, hey, go serve others, but that there's joy in it and that it's awesome. I love it. I've got a short little video for you. It's easy. It goes through the 17 verses, and I think it explains it really well. And I'll meet you back here in about 2 minutes. We'll talk about it and have some fun. Let's roll.
Stories of the Bible. Jesus washes his disciples' feet. This is Jesus.
Heyo!
Who is the Son of God and the Savior of the world. While Jesus was on earth, he taught everyone about God's love. He healed many people from their sickness, performed many miracles like calming storms, and even raised people from the dead.
Wahoo!
At this time, the Jewish people were celebrating a festival called Passover that had been celebrated since the time of Moses, when God brought his people out of Egypt. So Jesus and his disciples went to Jerusalem to celebrate. Jesus had 12 men who followed him through his ministry. They were called his disciples. Jesus and his disciples gathered for one final meal together. Jesus got up from the table, took off his robe, and began to wash his disciples' feet. Jesus loved his disciples, and he knew the time was coming for him to leave them and return to heaven. When Jesus came to Peter, he said,
Wait!
"Are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus said, "You don't understand what I'm doing now, but someday you will."
No!
Peter said, "You will never wash my feet." But Jesus then told him that unless he washed his feet, he would not belong to him.
Oh, well then, okay!
Then Peter said, "Then wash my hands and head as well, not just my feet." But Jesus told him that was not necessary. He just needed to wash his feet for Peter to become clean. So Jesus finished washing their feet and said that the disciples should do to others as he had done for them. He told them to follow the example that he had set for them, to serve each other and not think of themselves as greater than any other. Then God would bless them for doing as Jesus had taught them to do.
I love that video because it's so simple, but there's so much to it. And we see so much in these 17 verses. A couple things that stuck out to me. One was that Jesus had all the power in the world. All the power in the world. And yet he takes the job of a humble servant and he washes his disciples' feet. At this time, and these weren't just regular feet. They didn't have cars and socks and the cool shoes that we have today, but they wore sandals and they had dirt roads and they were feet that were kind of cruddy and ugh, and I wouldn't even want to be near them. And Jesus is washing them. That doesn't make sense. That was a way that if you were having dinner and you had guests over and you had people over at your house, you may have your lowest servant wash their feet as a sign to show them we're welcome. Kind of like when we offer people drinks when they come over to our house and we make their favorite food for them. Jesus was taking the worst job possible and he was washing disgusting feet. I love that he would do something like that. Also, in washing his disciples' feet, he wasn't just demonstrating that their feet needed to be clean. He was demonstrating that they needed to be clean. Their hearts needed to be clean. And their hearts needed to be clean from sin. And I love that we see this, and Jesus uses these simple illustrations that we all can understand and we all can see that our hearts have a sin issue that we've talked about, that we know, and that separates us from God. The sin separates us from Him and having a relationship. And He, by coming to earth, and living perfectly and dying on a cross and taking the punishment for sin and resurrecting allows us to have a relationship. It makes us clean, just like him washing his disciples' disgusting feet. And I love that because as I'm thinking how gross the feet are of these disciples, I'm also thinking of how gross my heart can be sometimes because of sin and because of Jesus. He washes it. He washes me white as snow, and he makes my heart clean. I will sin. That doesn't mean I won't the rest of my life, but it just shows us that he continually washes us, and loves us enough to do that. The last thing that sticks out to me is in verse 17. If you haven't read through this, please do that afterwards. We're done talking here, and get to verse 17. And he says, "Blessed are those who do it, who do these things." How lucky we are that we get to serve and feel joy in serving others and serving Jesus. I know right now, at our homes, we don't get to go and do nice things for other people in other places, but I'm guessing you have countless opportunities at your home to do small, simple little things and feel joy in it. You may, your parents probably ask you to make your bed every single day, and I know, it's the worst, but just a little move like that can get your parents smiling. The countless little things you could do for your brother or sister. Make a picture, bring them a snack, help them clean up. Do all those little things, and that we can see how it affects the people around us. I love going through these, and it just makes me so think of so many things in my life, and how much I can learn from this. This is my bud Julio. You probably noticed that he's here with me. And this is my dog, and he thinks he is a tough guy, but he is not a tough guy. You can see he's pretty small, little guy. Give him a wave, bud. And he, a little while back, it started to get a little bit warm, and that means other animals are coming out too. And I was heading out to go somewhere really early one morning, and I walked downstairs and I opened the door so Julio could go outside, and I heard some barking and I heard some freaking out, and so I went to the door, and before I saw Julio, I smelled something, and it was the worst smell that I've ever smelled. My friend here had gotten sprayed by a skunk, and it was not good. It smelled my whole house, and so my wife and I were panicking. We were Googling things on what to do and how to clean the dog and get rid of the smell, and things to do. Don't let him in the house, but it was cold outside, so we didn't know what to do. So we were scrubbing them, and the whole time I was grumbling. I had the worst attitude. I was doing this, stinking dog, what in the world are you doing? Why you gotta chase after a skunk? And having the worst attitude. I even did that thing that my kids came over to kind of see, and I was like, scoot back, do one of those dad moves where you kind of yell and just kind of be really grumpy. And in this, I'm thinking of Jesus washing his disciples' feet and the attitude that he took. And then there's mine. And I see just what in the world is going on. And so this week, as you are going about your week and you are serving, or things come up that you may not want to do, see how your attitude is going. Do you have the attitude of Jesus washing his disciples' feet? Or do you have the attitude of Zach washing his smelly, skunk-sprayed Julio the dog? Thanks, Julio, for joining us today. Not thank you for getting sprayed by a skunk, but you taught me a valuable lesson throughout that, and I love you for it.
All of your promises won't let go of me. All of your promises won't let go of me. To your ways, I have learned what it means to obey. Jesus, my heart has been changed by you. am walking the path you have made. I am seeking the truth every day. Jesus, my heart has been changed by you. Couldn't walk away if I tried, 'cause your love is better than life. Now the sun's shining bright and it just won't set, 'cause your love is a light and it lights my step. My heart is amazed every day to the next. Your joy overtakes and I can't forget about it. Oh, 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 I can't forget about it. Oh, 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 I can't forget about it. I surrender my life to your ways. I have learned what it means to obey. Jesus, my heart has been changed by you. Oh yeah. I am walking the path you have made. I am seeking the truth every day. Well, Jesus, my heart has been changed by you. Couldn't walk away if I tried, 'cause your love is better than life. Now the sun's shining bright and it just won't set, 'cause your love is a light and it lights my step. My heart is amazed every day to the next. Your joy overtakes and I can't forget about it. Oh, 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 I can't forget about it. Oh, 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 I can't forget about it. All right, everybody repeat after me. Here we go. All of your promises won't let go of me.
All of your promises won't let go of me.
Singing all of your promises won't let go of me.
All of your promises won't let go of me.
Singing all of your promises won't let go of me.
All of your promises won't let go of me.
Singing all of your promises won't let go of me.
All of your promises won't let go of me.
Now the sun's shining bright and it just won't set, 'cause your love is a light and it lights my step. My heart is amazed every day to the next. Your joy overtakes and I can't forget about it. Oh, 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 I can't forget about it. Oh, 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 I can't forget about it. All of your promises won't let go of me.
All of your promises won't let go of me.
Singing all of your promises won't let go of me.
All of your promises won't let go of me.
Singing all of your promises won't let go of me.
All of your promises won't let go of me.
Singing all of your promises won't let go of me.
This week we are going to be jamming again with an icKids challenge. We've got some icKids fun little socks, icKids challenge socks that we made here, that we decorated, we designed. Sorry parents, you might have to let your kids decorate their socks a little bit. We use markers, you can use paint, whatever you want to do, but make them fun, make them awesome, so that every single time you look down at your socks, you see and think of Jesus and him washing his disciples' feet, and check you and remind you of that. I made some, they're kind of awesome, and I hope you're not jealous. So yeah, I'm gonna be wearing these and I'm gonna be excited. I'll probably only do like 7 or 8 pairs, and it's gonna be awesome. I hope you have a little bit of fun with it. Make sure you take pictures, hashtag icKids Challenge, send them on in, and we love seeing them. It made our week this past week, seeing the past week's icKids Challenge. Before we get on out of here, I just want to share a few of the awesome icKids challenges that we got sent to us. I mean, we've got glitter, we've got flowers, lighting up driveways, we've got families working together, teamwork making the dream work, volunteers even making snowmen. I know they're probably melted by now, but it was awesome while it was there, and just lighting up their driveways, and I love it, I love it. Even doing a little dancing on it, having a good time. Here we go, taking a nap right in front of their pictures and enjoying just some beautiful sun. And my little friend Jano right there, riding her bike all over it, locking it in. riding around and enjoying the driveway. And we got so many compliments from our neighbors, and we hope you guys did too. This week, when you are jamming and decorating your socks and having some fun with it, make sure you take pictures. Make sure you wearing them and decorating them. Use the hashtag icKidsChallenge so that you can text it in, send it in, however it comes on in, so that we can see it and that we can find you and send you some tracker tickets for participating and having a little bit of fun with us, brightening up our week, and we hope it's brightening up yours. We love you. Thanks so much for being a part of icKids, even at home, and joining us today. We love you. We're praying for you. We're thinking about you, and we can't wait to be together again. See you next week.